Hey guys, it's the start of the month, so it's time for me to do an update on my 2022 commitments. For those of you who haven't been watching before, I do commitments rather than resolutions because I find it helps me slightly more mentally. No other reason. So I'm just doing these accountability videos effectively. Have been for a couple of years now. My commitments this year are under two headings, the first of which is creative, and the first commitment under the heading of creative is bullet journaling each month. So as I said in my last video, I got some new colouring pens, and so we're going to start off by going back over January's ones, which I basically coloured them in. So that's what all's going on here. Just a quick flip through these. And then we'll just keep going with February's spreads. So I have coloured them all in, and let's just quickly go through them. As you can see from many of these, I needed to sort of do a bit better at matching colours to different colours, if that makes sense, because some of them do not stand out very well on the background colour that I've given them. I got better towards the end of the month though, so that's something. I've already got March's spreads set up, and I just need to fill them in, and I'll show you them at the end of the video like I did last time. The second commitment under the heading of creative is to make my videos more cohesive and organised with a full schedule when I am more stable. And, well, this was a bit of a lower month on that one. I did do 3 videos. I had 4 up because I had done so many in January that I had spaced up, and now I got 3 of them done. I'm still wanting to do a bit more and do a bit more in the terms of actually getting the videos more cohesive and organised, but work in progress still. I think that I'm doing okay though. I'm amending some of my stuff as I'm going on. I think that the next sort of thing that I'm wanting to do on this front is to do a new channel trailer which will sort of run down the channel a bit more. The third commitment under the heading of creative is to work on a creative project monthly. Writing, filming, etc., that sort of thing. And the project that I had chosen for February was my short film that I wanted to do in uni that I didn't get to do because COVID. And I started stronger on this than I really ended up, to be honest, because I made a list of what I was needing to do and what I was just needing to organise, and I talked to a friend that was in the original cast that I was going to do this with, and he was still down to be in it, but the lack of money that I've got and the lack of job both were a bit too overwhelming, and I had a bunch of other social events that were going on during the month, so this really took a back seat and I did not actually make any real headway towards it in February. So the second heading for my commitments this year is health and life, and the first commitment under the heading of health and life is to exercise a minimum of once a week. I had 12 opportunities to do the 7-minute workout on the schedule that I'd been working on, and I did it 12 times, so I'm doing okay. I think that there's still, I haven't got myself in a stable situation enough to try some other stuff on that front, but it's going. That one's still pretty much on the level. The second commitment under the heading of health and life is to have a social engagement in some way, shape or form once a week minimum, whether that's virtual or in person or anything like that. And I had a lot of social stuff going on in the month of February. My dad's birthday was a thing, and my sister's birthday was a thing, and I also did some online D&D. I think I said about that in the previous commitment update. I have been running some D&D for some friends online, and that's going pretty well, and so we've had that, seeing my family and doing this online D&D have been my social engagements for this past month. yeah, I think I did some other walks with people as well, but that's still done some good stuff there, really. Yeah, easily did one a week. The third and final commitment under the heading of health and life is to progress my career, applying for jobs, work experience, that sort of thing. And whew, I only applied for 5 jobs in the month of February. Now, some of these might have been work experiences, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I did only the 5 over the time, but I'm trying to be more selective about what I apply for because I kept getting the same feedback that I don't have enough experience, so I'm trying to get experience first, and I've done some stuff towards that, and literally today I had an interview about some stuff for a thing. I won't go into more in case it doesn't come to anything, but I had an interview today and I'm feeling hopeful about my prospects in all of this. There's other job stuff that is also in the works and I'm just hopeful. I'm hopeful that something will come up for me soon. So now it's time to look forward, and for March's theme for my bullet journal, I decided that I would go for greenery, because I always associate March with the start of spring, even though it really is more towards the end of, like, the start of spring is more at the end of March, but I went for greenery as this. So I've got this quote, which is, "The moment one gives close attention to anything, even a blade of grass, it becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world in itself," and that's by Henry Miller. I drew this plant as being the sort of title page, and I've been using washi tape to do this because Jamie gave me this washi tape, these 6 rolls of washi tape, as part of my birthday present, which started this whole bullet journaling stuff for me, and it's really nice. It fits in with this theme pretty well. So I have just greenery again for my calendar, which I got these. My mother for Christmas gave me a bunch of different crafting supplies, so I've got these little jigsaw pieces, and I thought, oh, they're green, they'll fit in pretty well. My goals page is just a big flower. It was going to be more red than this, but it was going to be a bit more awkward to do for writing on it, so this is what I've come up with for that, and you'll see me writing on it in a minute. And then I was just going for a fairly minimalist attempt at this whole green thing. So I was trying some different layouts. So this is week 1, then this is week 2. Week 3 I decided to try adding a little bit more back in, but it's also back to my previous layouts. Week 4 I decided to do similar to week 2, but with washi tape being the dividing lines. And then week 5 I was doing the same as week 1, but with washi tape as the dividing lines. So for my creative project for March, I'm going to have this tracker, and I'll go into that more in a moment. Just things that I'm going to keep track of, and then my monthly stat page is this tree, which I'm going to fill in at the time of the end of the month. And so now to go on to my goals for March. So first of all, got doing 4 or 5 videos. Then I'm going to try and read 4 or 5 books, being as I did not read any in February and I'd set this again. But also, I'm not having a great time just starting anything book-wise because it's just not quite happening yet. I don't have anything that I'm massively excited about to read, so I'm going to look into that. Then I've got doing 4 or 5 RPG sessions. I've got one that's going to be happening with my uncle's group, but I'm also going to be just doing weekly, hopefully, the sessions with my little online group that I'm doing. Then I've got getting work experience and hopefully getting a job. One of those will happen, hopefully. And then my creative project for this month is to work on my board game that I've talked about for several years. I had a conversation on my dad's birthday with someone else who was at the party about a board game that they were doing, and it made me want to get back and do my one that I've been doing for literally years, or I started it years ago and have never finished it. So I'm going to try and do that. So that is how I am getting on with my 2022 commitments in the month of February. I think that there's definitely a mixed bag here, and I'm feeling okay about it all. Let me know how you are getting on with your 2022 commitments, resolutions, or whatever you do in the comments down below. I would love to know, so tell me down there. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you remember to like and share it and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails over there to see other videos by me, click on the link in the description down below to join my Discord, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!